Good evening everyone and welcome to the BSR Touring Car Championship presented by Engine Oil Direct. My name is Andrew Woodhouse and joining me on BSR TV this evening, along with Alex Simpson who's doing the camera work, is Adam Bath who's back after a 1 week absence. Did you enjoy your time off, mate?
Yeah, I had a great time. It seemed like you two were having a good time as well, covering the action at Suzuka. Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Road America, a track which you couldn't get further away from Suzuka last time out.
No, instead of 50 odd second laps we have a pole time of 2:21.5, so much different. Only an 8 lap race, going to be a lot of action, a lot of corners on this track which can provide some difficulty. It's not the traditional configuration here, or instead of the kink we just have the bend configuration which adds an extra chicane in there. We'll come to that later on. Adam, the grid's very interesting. Wojciech Swiatovic on pole position.
Yes, Wojciech Swiatovic on pole with a time of a 2 minute 21.9, 1/10 ahead of Jamie Rushworth. This is a critical race meeting for him. He's currently sitting 6th in the standings. He's managed to make up quite a bit of ground after a pretty good evening at Suzuka. So he should be hoping to try and get that lead away from Swiatovic. However, as we've seen so far this season, the person that starts on pole usually wins race 1.
Yeah, and Stefan Hug was really consistent. He has been really consistent all season long for Timo. He starts in 3rd place ahead of Andreas Katz, with David Baker in 5th, Laura Bond in 6th, maybe the surprise of qualifying ahead of Richard Wilde, Linus Broström for Lugnuts, ahead of Graham Carroll for Apex Racing TV, and Aaron Gearing, one of his better performances of the season, he's in 10th. Adam, I suppose with Ashley Sutton not being here today, these guys have got a real chance to get a bit of an advantage on probably one of the fastest drivers in the series.
Yes, Ashley Sutton not here this evening. He's off, probably up at Knockhill in Scotland, preparing for this weekend's Formula Ford race. So this will give the CQR car of Russell Laidler and Jamie Rushworth the opportunity to take his position in the driver standings and hopefully close in on the likes of Katz, Hug and our points leader Wojciech Swiatovic.
Yep, just a few seconds to go before the cars make their way to the grid. I'll bring Alex Simpson in briefly. Alex, you raced here a lot. It's one of your favourite tracks, mate. What can we look forward to today?
Yeah, I think we're going to see some very interesting racing today. I mean, the difference in the tracks has already been mentioned, but actually I think Road America leads itself to some really good racing. Lots of areas to get a lot of slipstreaming done down the 3 long straights that we've got. So I expect to see some moves going into Turn 1, Turn 5 and Canada Corner, I think.
Yep, thanks for that, mate. We'll be back with Alex later on, but well, on to the start, and we have a 40-car grid for this one, Adam, and you mentioned Laidler actually qualified 18th only, so disappointing run for him in qualifying, 1.8 seconds behind. We are seeing some quite big disparities in the grid order. We'll see if we get that field spread. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be a close one, or is it going to be more traditional racing here than it was at Suzuka?
Well, the last time we were here last season, it actually brought out some pretty good racing. I remember Stefan Hug and Andreas Katz all getting involved in the battle for the lead. I think Stefan Hug won race 1. And as you're looking at the team standings on your top of the screen, we'll get to that in a minute, but it's time for the race, Andrew.
It is. And the reds are rising here at Road America. The green light is on and Swiatovic was slow away off the line, and Jamie Rushworth's already alongside as we head down towards turn 1. And you can see that Stefan Hug, he's trying to plug that gap in behind his 40 Kia Optimus, straight down towards the first corner.
Yes, and here comes Jamie Rushworth swinging around the outside into the first corner. He loses control of the car but just manages to hold on to it. It's now going to be a drag race down into turn 2, and look at 3rd place. Is that Stefan Hug? Stefan Hug going down the inside into turn 2. Huge crash at the back, cars flipping over. We'll wait to see if there's a safety car, but Swiatovic leads as we head down the back straight.
Yeah, Rushworth, he really had to go down there, and I think he had to make that work. Now he's going to be vulnerable to Stefan Hug down this long back straight. It's going to curve down to the right, and then we're going to curve slightly to the left in this difficult downhill braking zone. We'll see if anybody has a go down here. It looks like 2 cars side by side. It looks like Graham Carroll, possibly one of the Lugnuts cars, but everybody behaving themselves pretty much down into 3. I don't think there's been any accidents down there. Nobody's gone off into the gravel, which is pretty sizable down there, Adam. I think everybody's pretty much got away with that.
Yeah, as usual, race 1 is probably the cleanest of the 3 races, and everyone's managed to do a pretty good job. I think most of them have maintained position. The top 5 have definitely stayed in their grid spots as we head into the carousel for the first time. We're about to see how the drivers are going to tackle that chicane.
Alex, I wonder if you can get a replay up of the start and maybe even tell us what happened, because we weren't sure. But Sridovic with a really good start. Poor actual getaway off the line. But after that, he's looking nice and smooth on the first lap. I think the key in Road America, Adam, is going to be keeping the tyres in good condition. We saw what effect that had at Suzuka, and we're going to have the same here.
Yes, and of course we've got another factor is that we've got realistic weather for this race meeting, so it could mean that if the temperature's a bit too hot, it could mean that your tyres overheat. So Vidovic, we saw at Suzuka, he was having to hold on to dear life to his third position in race 1.
Oh, and somebody going straight through at Canada corner. It was like Christensen had a big lunge and he almost made it, but he got a little tap from one of the engine oil direct cars of Daniel Kraft, and that unsettled the eBay car, pushed him a little bit wide. So Kraft, he maintains that position. You can see Tim Mawson just behind there in 16th place, ahead of Plumley, then Walker and Hunt. So a bit of a train going on in the middle of that. As you can see, Laidler coming under pressure from Fields, Adam.
Yes, this is the moment where we'll probably be seeing some slipstreaming happen as we head down the front straight to complete lap number 1. The order at the end of the first lap.
Sorry, Field going a bit wide. A couple of wheels on the grass, and that's going to really compromise him. But in fact, he can get away with that down towards 2. It's not the longest run down there, as Wojciech Sridovic is half a second clear of Rushworth, but now looks like these guys with the slipstream, Adam, just working their way slightly up towards him.
Yeah, Vidovic moving a little bit across the track. I don't think we'll classify that as weaving, but he desperately wants to break that toe to stop Jamie Rushworth and Stefan Hug and Andreas Katz closing in. That top 4 is starting to break away now from the Team car of David Baker, who's got Richard Wild, Graham Cowell and Laura Bond for company.
Walensky up in 9th. That's a good start for him. And we're going to see a replay of the start very, very shortly. Alex, I don't know if you want to take us through that.
Yeah, guys, looks like we're having a couple of issues with the overlay again. It doesn't seem to be jumping back as we expected. Oh no, here we are, we're on the screen. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just have a quick look, see what happens a bit further back, because there was an almighty crash back there.
I think Rostrom, Kaiser, Wilson, Giuriali and Ertas were involved, but not exactly sure how that came about.
Yeah, unfortunately it just looks like, quite sure who it was who got turned, but someone just got turned at the apex of the corner, and then the rest of the field just had nowhere to go and just unfortunately ploughed in. It's a bit of a bottleneck there, isn't it? Road America, walls both sides, and you had cars bouncing back into the racing line. So yeah, a lot of guys involved in that.
There was once an almighty start line crash there, wasn't there, Alex? Was that in GP? Was that in a GP series race? Was it just nowhere for anyone to go?
Yeah, I think so. Memory serves me well.
Thanks for that, mate. We'll be back with you shortly. Adam, see anything interesting going on in the midfield?
No, but as we... hang on.
Something side by side down towards the first corner. It's Laidler and Field again.
Yeah, I was mainly focusing on the battle for second place, which is heating up at the moment between Jamie Rushworth and Stefan Hug.
Sorry, there's a Team O car with big damage. It looks like, is it Jeroen Kaiser just getting lapped? I think it is, but threw me off a little bit because he was very, very slow. That forced Field slightly widen. The position that Field had just gained back from Laidler, he's just had to concede again.
Yes, and as we were coming across the line to complete another lap, while you were looking at the replay at the start, we saw Wojciech Sridovic move over to the inside. That seemed to be a familiar sight at Suzuka last week.
Yeah.
But he's doing it again this time. The gap between him and Jamie Rushworth is 0.7 seconds. Last time around, Sridovic laps a bit quicker than Jamie Rushworth, about just over 1/10. But Rushworth definitely seems to be trying to defend from Stefan Hug as we head into the carousel. We're still we're on lap number 3 now, so we've got 6 laps to go. So we've got quite a bit of a way still to go in this race, but we're yet to see some driver try and make a move.
Through the carousel they go. Long right-hander. Be very patient getting on the power. This car has a tendency to understeer, being a front-wheel drive car. Into the bend, braking hard, probably using first gear in there, as very, very tight chicane there, but it does make this straight a bit longer, Adam, towards Canada Corner.
Yes, and if I think we could have a look back through the lower half of the top 10, we're going to see Alexander Smolensky here, 9th place, coming under immense pressure. Well, was under immense pressure from Laura Bond, but Laura Bond is now under pressure from Aaron Gearing.
Yep, indeed. And Bond's lost 1 place. Is she going to lose another one down towards Canada Corner? She brakes very late. Oh, sideways is Tom Stanley, just behind. All sorts of trouble there for him, but managed to retain it. But his rear tyres aren't going to like that, as you see engine oil direct sandwich of Russell Laidler, Field and Kraft alongside him. Martin Christensen in 15th, but then Plumley, then Hunt, then Walker, then Hunt, then Mawson. Mawson's got damage, he's pulling off the side of the track. That's going to be it for Tim in this one.
That might have been a blown engine. I can't see the car from the front from what I can see, but it might have been a blown engine.
Yeah, the car didn't look too bad. I think it had a couple of hits, but nothing massive. So we've lost Mawson in addition to Giuriali and Ertas and Broström. Possibly, Wilson's still with us.
Stefan Hug is now putting Jamie Rushworth under immense pressure. Jamie Rushworth trying to break the toe down the back straight. Will Hug have a go down into the left-hander? Rushworth squirreling about on the brakes. He just manages to hold on as Savidovic runs a little bit wide out of the corners. We head up the hill under the Corvette bridge. We've got 5 laps to go, and Hug has a little look down the inside into the left-hander. On the second part of the lap, there's not many overtaking spots due to the chicane. He needs to set him up on the exit of the chicane and try and get the move done into Canada Corner. We'll see if he can do that now. Into the left-hander, he's going to try and get a good apex through the carousel and either set him up into the chicane or try and line him up for a move out of it.
Luke's much faster at this stage than Rushworth. Got a good front end on that car, but it's rotating nicely through the corner as well. Hug down towards the bend. Very, very slow corner though. He's going to find it very difficult to set him up. Just the nature of the corner, Adam. I think you have to go wide anyway, so it's very difficult to do a cutback.
Yeah, he closed in on him under braking, but I think he's going to lose a bit in straight line speed as we head down the straight towards Canada Corner. Let's see if he can have a go. I think he's too far back, 0.4 seconds.
He does have a good slipstream, but again, all that does is really just close the gap back up, doesn't it? Doesn't allow him to get alongside into the braking zone.
Yeah, and as we head up to the final part of the lap, Stefan Hug's next opportunity will probably be to try and get a slipstream down into the first corner. We see the drivers run very wide through that left-hander, use most of the runoff area. Let's see what Hug can do. Out of the final corner, he got a nice exit there. As you can see, Savidovic doing his traditional line, blocking the inside, but then moves back over. Coming across the line, we're going to have 4 laps to go, so we're just about to reach halfway through this race. Hug is right in the slipstream. Will he have a go? Will he get his braking right? He ducks out. Does he have a go into the first corner? Looks down the inside, but slots back in. Yeah, not quite close enough.
Break this glowing away for the Swiss driver, and all wide goes Rushworth just a tiny bit, and Hug has a think about it. I think he's going to try and set him up into turn 3 as he comes out of 2 and both following the slipstream of Savidovic.
We're looking here at the battle for 10th place between Tom Stanley in 10th and Laura Bond in 11th. Tom Stanley driving for Apex Racing TV, I do believe, as we head out of the right-hander.
Hug is very close and almost outbraking himself there. Can go back to that battle for 10th. Bond, Stanley, and then you've got Field, Laidler. Just behind them is Kraft, and then side by side Christensen and Plumley.
Yes, down into the left-hander. Christensen should just hold on.
Christensen was Adam, he's really moving around under braking there, and Plumley looked like he just sort of turned in on the eBay car when it was there.
I think he was almost waiting for the car to turn.
He had to wait a long time.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't wait long enough. But Plumley, it's not a bad showing from him. He had a terrible race in couple of the rounds actually in Suzuka. Started 22nd up to 16th. I think he'll take that, and he's got a chance of reverse grid pole as well from where he is.
Yes, and in the final race at Suzuka, he managed to gain 6 spots in the standings. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person. Yeah, Robert Plumley did gain 6 spots in the championship. He's currently sitting 20th, close behind Ellis Stevens in the championship. But I think we need to have a look at the battle now for second.
Yeah, Hoog down towards Canada corner.
Yeah, here he goes. Will he have a lunge down the inside? No, he might think about it as we get closer. But
Rushworth goes wide.
Will who capitalise on it? We're heading towards the left-hander. He's on the grass, but just can't find enough space to get past the Season 4 champion.
Really good driving by these two guys. Former champion and prospective champion in Stefan Hoog. And, Hoog skidding the rear tyres through that last corner. As Sisaridovic, I think he's going to do enough at this point. Still 3 laps to go, but now then, Hoog's got a great chance here. Is Rushworth going to have to defend? It's going to really compromise turn 1 for him. It's a short braking area here. Yeah, and it's a medium speed corner, isn't it? It's sort of it's nearly 100 miles an hour into there, and so you're really going to have to be brave on the brakes as Hoog. Is he going to have a chance into 2? Thinks about it, has half a look, and then he just considers his move. But now he's got a great run. Now he's got a chance to get side by side, and he's on the grass again. And if he gets a chance, 2 wheels on the grass, if he can pick up the slipstream of Wojciech down into turn 3, he does have a chance to get through.
Yes, here he goes. Is he going to try and go around the outside? Rushworth just moves across. That was a bit aggressive as we head into the left-hander. Savidovic still has got about just over 1 second on the second. Here he goes. Will he go up the inside? No, just not close enough. Rushworth holds on to second place for now.
I think on the last lap, Adam, I think we may see a move there. I think that's one of the corners. That little slow left-hander might be a chance as we see Tom Stanley with Simon Field. Simon Field does go up the inside there. That's proving that can be done. Just as we were saying, just illustrated the point. And Simon Field, really good move on Tom Stanley.
Yes, and now he's coming under pressure from Russell Layla. We don't know whether to look at that battle or the battle for second. Stefan Hoog nearly ran into the back of Jamie Rushworth through the carousel.
He's going to surely ever go into the bend. Yes!
He does it.
Oh, and Hoog's going through. And
he runs wide.
Rushworth forceful in defence. Hoog's gone wide and he's wasted all his good work. And Andreas Katz now coming for Karcher.
Yeah, let's see if Katz can capitalise on these two messing around.
Katz.
Yeah, they're going to go really close here into Canada corner. Katz has got the outside line for the corner though. Will he be able to make it work? We're about to start up an ultimate lap. He's going round the outside.
Katz has outbraked himself a little bit.
Does
brilliant.
It. He just does it round the outside of Stefan Hoog. Stefan Hoog down into fourth position now. But Andreas Katz, what a great job. He's up into third place. Can he get past Jamie Rushworth? We're about to start the penultimate lap.
Hoog's going to be furious with himself because he's had the pace to win this race. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And now he's down in fourth. Just overcooked his exit of the chicane, didn't he?
Yeah, and I thought there was not enough room for cars to go too wide through that chicane, and that obviously proved that. But look at Katz, he's getting straight onto the back of Jamie Rushworth as we head into turn 1. Yeah,
Katz showing some really good pace. Late on in the race, and he's going through as well. No, he decides not to, but he's going to have a chance, I think, down into turn 3. We see Rushworth not looking great at this point in the race, looking to be holding these guys up just a little bit. And Andreas Katz trying to set up the Englishman then through the right-hander. Hoog is there as well. He's watching, he's waiting, he's looking for the opportunity. Down this pretty sizable back straight now. Yeah, 3 cars in a line. Elite 220, Karcher and Timo.
Yeah, here we go down into the left-hander. Will Katz have a go? He thinks of it. He nearly runs into the back of Jamie Rushworth. These three are having such a big battle. They lap 2 seconds slower than Wojciech Savidovic. Savidovic has managed to build his lead to 2.2 seconds. But as we head through this few sequence of corners now, this is where Katz needs to set up Jamie Rushworth because we haven't got many laps left. 2 laps to go. He needs to really think about getting a move done.
And there might only be 2 laps to go, Adam, but it's still 4 minutes or so of racing, which would have been 4 laps of Suzuka. So there's still plenty of time for these guys to get moves done, maybe for David Baker to get on the back of this group if these guys continue to fight. But Rushworth looks like he has a bit of breathing space now, ahead of Katz and then ahead of Stefan Hoog. Stefan Hoog's trying to set up Katz coming out of the carousel.
Tries to go around the outside. He might try to get the cut back into the bend. Left, right, and out onto the straight towards Canada Corner. I don't think he's close enough to get a move done on Katz. We'll see if he can use the slipstream to his benefit, though. We're heading down.
Katz got a nice exit, though, Adam.
Yeah, I know he did it. He made a brilliant exit at that corner. It wasn't such a good exit to close in on Jamie Rushworth, but as we head into Canada Corner, it was a great enough exit to mean that Stefan Hoog cannot pass him.
Yeah, he got rid of the threat there from Hoog, and that was exactly what Katz needed to do at that point. So Sredovic leads by over 2 seconds now. He has the chance. He's coming up towards the white flag in the final lap here at Road America. He's got the chance to take yet another victory and extend the lead in the championship. It was a poor exit by Katz though from the last corner. And you can see Stefan Hoog now stalking his prey, the Swiss Superman. Is he going to go up the inside into turn 1? It's a very short braking area here, Adam.
Yeah, he's got the overlap. Will he have a go down into the first corner? They're going to get on the brakes right now. And Katz does a brilliant job on the brakes and manages to swing in front of Stefan Hoog.
Yeah, great stuff by Katz, and he's just protected himself there against the attack from Hoog into turn 2. Hoog now, who I think has had the fastest car in this race, is going to set him up again towards turn 3, so we'll see. He's right in the slipstream now. Can he get the Timo car onto the podium? That's going to be potentially his final chance.
Yes, Timo leading the point standings in the Teams Championship, which you saw just before the race started. They'll be hoping to extend their points lead here with Stefan Hoog up in 4th place into the left-hander, pretty much line astern. But Hoog's really close to Katz.
Wide.
Yeah, runs a little bit wide onto that rumble strips as we head up the hill, closes once again onto the back of Katz. He needs to think really hard about where to get this move done. He's got a few overtaking spots to think about. He's got the bend and he's got the Canada Corner, but apart from that I think it's going to be hard for him to get past Katz.
What Hoog does know though, Adam, is that he needs to think about the championship. He's been really consistent so far this season. He isn't where he is in the standings by doing rash moves and trying to overtake in a place where he can't do it. He's trying to go around the outside of the carousel. It's very, very brave, but he's got a really good car, a really good front end on that car and Katz covers the inside of the bend. Hoog almost ran into him. Hoog needs to get the perfect exit out of here now. But I don't think he has done. I think he was too slow through the second part.
Yes, and even though he may be thinking about conserving his points, at the same time he's seeing Wojciech Sredovic out in the lead, and Sredovic has a 19-point lead over Stefan Hoog, so that gap will be getting bigger in the championship.
And we can see Wojciech Sredovic now. He's only got 2 corners to go. The fast left-hander and now the right is coming up. And when he exits this final corner, he's going to climb the hill in the Kia Optima for Apex Racing TV. He's going to climb up the hill, a very sharp incline here. And Wojciech Sredovic is going to take the checkered flag for round 10 at Road America and extend the championship lead. And that's really good from him. Jamie Rushworth continues the resurgence in second. Very close on the line. Katz gets 3rd over Hoog. Baker gets 5th. And then it's Richard Wilde. Oh no, it's not. It's Graham Carroll. Graham Carroll gets up into 6th. So he must have done a last gas move. Walensky in 8th. 9th for Geary. And then 10th Kraft. 11th Stanley. And 12th Laidler. Good drive from Laidler from 18th. And then it looks like Christensen, Hunt, Beald, Plumley in 16th as you see some hijinks after the checkered flag. Walker in 17th, Bond 18th, 19th for Malcolm, and then Matt Walker in 20th.
Yeah, it never materialised for Laura Bond. Laura Bond starting 5th on the grid and ended the race in 18th place, but still there's a shot at the reverse grid pole.
Yep, and all those guys 15th to 20th had that chance. And, well, the man with the plan, the man with the electronic dice, standing by, Alex Simpson. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, another good race. Not quite as action-packed as perhaps Suzuka, but I think we kind of expected that. This long track leads to the slipstream. I think actually the guys at the front, I think Richardson was really helped out by Sredovic being in front of him there as well, so he was always able to grab onto that little bit of slipstream until those last couple of laps kind of helped him defend that P2.
Just quickly, Alex, it was an engine failure for Tim Mawson, so that's why we saw his retirement. Incidentally, the retirements, apart from him, Richardson, Rostrom, Duriali and Ertas. So we only lost, actually, 5 cars, gentlemen.
Yeah, pretty good race in terms of retirements. And again, race 1 is the calmest of the 3. I think in race 2 we might see that go up quite a bit.
Yeah, with the reverse grid, and we're about to find out who's going to be on pole position for race 2.
Yeah, let's just take a quick look now. Usual courtesy 3 rolls, just so you know that I've not jinxed it.
If your number comes up in the first 3 rolls, sorry.
Yep, so here's the big one. We've done our 3 dummy rolls, a couple of 17s and 18 pop up, and pole position is driver finished in 16th.
So that is Robert Plumley. Robert Plumley, who drives for CQR. He will go onto pole position for race 2, and right behind him will be Simon Field. But Simon Field got disqualified, I've just seen, so it might be Dan Hunt. It might be Dan Hunt that's alongside him on row 1.
We'll see about that. I mean, it looked like Field did finish 15th, so no mention of any disqualification on the timing screen, but I'll just see that, and we will confirm that before race 2 starts. But if Field does start on the front row, I think he has a very good chance of winning the race, but that might not be the case here. No, it says it says disqualified, but I think that was possibly after the finish line.
Yes, I think you might be right there,
with some
Andrew.
Messing around incidents at the end there, I think. But yeah, Simon Field and Robert Plumley, I think they've got a good chance, Adam. What do you think?
Yeah, he's a pro. Both of them are pro drivers. Simon Field driving for Engine Oil Director, Robert Plumley driving for CQR. So you would expect them to hopefully keep it clean through the first few corners and battle it out for the lead. But don't count out the likes of Dan Hunt, Martin Christiansen. He's a reserve driver for this race meeting, and then you've got the likes of Russell Laidler and Tom Stanley behind. So don't count out those people starting further back.
What do you think? Do you think the guys who, the traditional championship contenders here, do you think they have any chance of getting through to the front on this track?
Yes, well, we saw Ashley Sutton so far this season. He's won every single race too. So the people that are top of the championship, don't count them out. They should be right up there, the likes of Savidovic, Rushworth and Katz. But it all depends on whether they get involved in an incident in the first few corners.
Yeah, I mean, can they overtake as well as Ashley Sutton, though? I mean, he delivered some masterclasses so far this season. Definitely at Suzuka as well. Alex, if you remember, he did everything he needed to do there, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. That second race, just he got himself into the lead quite quickly and just didn't look back there.
Alright guys, thanks for joining me for race 1, and well, race 2 will be coming to you very shortly, so stick with us on BSR TV. We're there in about 10-15 minutes.